Episode, what did it just start? Hi, we're the
162.
This is episode 162. I'm Naturally Nitty, aka Jessica.
And I'm Allena, also known as Starnitz. Today is November the 18th. We are trying something new this week. We're trying the Google Hangout Live on Air, or whatever it's called, because we couldn't get Skype to work. Yeah. So bear with us as we try this totally new thing completely. So, this is our weekly podcast. Thanks for joining us. If you are a first-time watcher, if you are a returning watcher, thanks for coming back.
Yes. So, grab a chair, pull up your knitting, and craft along with us. We're going to do a planning podcast, even though it's almost the end of the month. And then we'll catch up on what we've been doing.
Yes.
All right.
So, this is the month to turn in your newts, your owls. Today is the last day to turn in your order mission.
I need to do that.
I have no idea what's going on in Quidditch, so...
it's the fourth task. If you've done 1, 2, and 3, you can do that, and you have until the 25th. Basically, I think you're making a port key, and you can take it to wherever you want. And you get yardage bonus for this. And I think it's like... Yardage bonus. I think you get like 22 points, base points, plus yardage. So that's good. Anyways, that's it. Yeah. Moving on. Classes. Okay. For the class for Bobaton. So the task this month is the unicorns, and you have to get a hair. So for this month, you have to join the chorus and craft something based on a song. Because they like songs, and it calms them down, and then you can get closer to them. That's pretty open. I mean, you could pick any song and make something to represent that. I have no idea what I'm going to do.
I have no idea either. For Hogwarts in the Triwizard Tournament, to honor... I have to scroll, sorry. To honor the solution from crafting... the solution from the Hogwarts champion, we'd like you to craft something that reminds you of your innocence, or of crafting innocence. Something in pure colors, white or undyed, or something that can be gifted to an innocent.
Because they transformed themselves into a baby unicorn.
I
would come to it.
Only have a week until we're there and meet Baby Jude. So I need to get going on crafting for something. I was thinking of making him a monster. But white or undyed. Well, if it's gifted to an innocent, then I could make it a color, right?
Right, yeah. They're two different options.
Okay. So I might do something like that for him. I need to get on that yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm the worst aunt in history.
I think I might be doing a blanket for that class. A baby blanket.
Wow. Oh.
Not a big one. A small one. And it's crocheted. So anyways. Okay, for Durmstrang, we need to practice the Quicksilver charm. To complete this task, you must craft...
Sorry. I'm playing with the stuff that Google lets you put on you.
You're funny.
It's crazy.
You need to craft, spin, or dye something silver or gray. While you are free to use other colors, your project must noticeably include silver or gray. That's pretty wide open.
Yeah.
Gray or silver yarn. Or fiber or whatever. Actually, I did some spinning, and I wonder if sparkly silver parts would count for that, even though it's not fully. The rest of the colors are...
When they say noticeably, do they mean predominantly, or you just have to be able to notice it?
I don't know.
I'm guessing that's probably noticeably, you can tell there's gray in it, because I think last month it was had to be green or blue. Oh, that was for herbology. Never mind.
Well,
maybe I'm sure it's like that.
I'll do something else then. We'll see. Okay, so yeah, that's that.
Okay. Let me scroll down. Class, Journalism, October 2015. November's homework. Choose a project made by yourself or someone else during this term. Make it again and change something about that project. Include what changes you made in your turn-in post. For extra credit, use a link to, or include a link to the project that you edited. Non-Ravelry crafts are accepted, but please include a link to that project in your turn-in post. No further permission is needed. That's pretty wide open. So you could just like go through last 2 months projects and make them.
Yeah. Well, even for you could sew for that and like link to a different sewing project you did and say how you've changed it.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's basically what it's saying.
Pretty much.
It's pretty sweet. So yeah, that's another thing. Anything. I spun a lot, so I think I might spin something and I don't know, change fiber or
I have some baby mittens in the works for a friend of mine without thumbs. So I wonder if I could find a thumb mitten and improve upon it by taking away the thumb.
Did you already turn it in?
No, it's actually not. I am making it smaller at the top still.
Oh.
Like I should be done with them because they were baby mittens.
Well, because it says it had to be made during this term.
Yeah, well, I started them like last week.
Okay,
or the
so
week
I
before.
think you might have to turn it in though first before you can copy them. Is all I'm saying.
No, I can find someone else who turned in mittens.
I see what you're saying. Never mind.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I haven't drank all my coffee yet.
It's all right.
All right. Moving on. Care of magical creatures. We're studying the blast sentence group by doing one of the following 3 options. Number 1, craft something to protect your body from charms. Number 2, craft using 2 or more different colors, either variegated yarn or several different colors of yarn. Number 3, craft a cauldron. For this month only, we will be accepting traditional sewn crafts. For this prompt, prior approval is not required. And refer to your non-Ravelry crafting guidelines. Remember that alterations or embellishments are not accepted. Okay, so
I already turned that class in.
wow.
Boom. I had 24 bags that I made on Christmas.
You're ahead of the game.
What?
I said you're ahead of the game.
Yeah, well, I'll show you a picture. I had 24 bags that I made. Here's half of them. Because I had that show last weekend. Here's the rest. Here's the whole lot of them. So I turned them all in. And I said, because they were more than 2 colors. Obviously, all the fabric was more than 2 colors. Plus, they were basically all cauldrons because they hold things. So I did like double the requirements.
Smart.
So I figured because I was looking for one that would accept sewing.
Yeah.
Without too much like work. Like not like it's hard work to like say this is why I'm turning it in, but you know what I mean. I didn't have to think too hard about it.
Right.
So I already turned it in. So what do you think you'll do? Are you going to do something for that? Like you could do a hat, just turn it upside down and say it's a cauldron.
You could. I'm trying to think. So for the sewing, is the sewing only for the option 3, or do you think you can use it for?
No, you craft more than 2 colors or make a cauldron or craft something to protect your body. Because I saw someone who sewed a blouse.
Okay. I made a bunch of Christmas PJs. So I think I might turn those in.
Oh yeah. There you go. They protect your body.
Yeah.
From sleep.
So I will do that while you're sleeping. Yeah. Good.
Sounds good.
I'm excited.
Next up is Defense Against the Dark Arts. Since knowledge is the best defense, we're going to practice the Adavra Cadavra, whatever, in the ministry approved way. I can't even say it. I am booted out of Slytherin. I can't even say it. So you're going to kill some yarn or fiber that is left over from a previous project, either a partial skein or a completed skein, by completely using it up. If you don't have any leftovers to use up, you can kill an entire skein of yarn or ball of fiber. Be sure to let us know what skein you are killing and its origins if it's left over from another project. You can combine the killed skein / partial skein with additional yarn to make a larger project, and the additional yarn or fiber does not have to be completely used up, only the skeins of fiber you're trying to kill. Dyers can dye yarn or fiber that was left over from another project. And the third option was kill acrylic yarn.
Which, if you click on the link, it was pretty cool. Instead of like blocking, it said you put a wet towel over whatever you made, and then you put your iron on it, and it like flattens it and almost melts it. Not melts it, but it makes it different. It kind of made me want to try doing something with it, but I don't think I have time for that.
But
it's cool.
So spinning a ball of fiber will kill it completely.
Right.
So that's a good thing for spinning.
Which I have a skein of yarn that I can use for that too. I usually wait till the last day or two to figure out where my classes are going to go, because like I make multiple things without ideas of classes, and then I fit them where they want to go.
Even though we do a planning podcast, we don't plan. Well, I actually was starting to freak out because I hadn't turned a class in and I didn't want to forget. Yeah. So that's why I turned in my sewing already.
Well, last month, so we're totally kind of getting off topic. Or I am. We podcasted, and that night I got sick, but I had turned in all my classes that day, like right after we podcasted, which was like a few days before the end of term. Like
right, it was like the 28th.
But I was like, that's a good thing I turned in all my classes, because I was not, I was dead to the
and that's why it's been 3 weeks since we podcasted, because she was sick the 1 week. Then I had a show on Saturday, so I was like in sewing mode, so I wasn't doing much, but like not hibernate, but like in my sewing room sewing. And so then now we're here today trying this new thing, because
yesterday.
Yeah, Skype is insane. Anyways, we'll talk about that in our randomness. Next class.
Flying. Your homework this month is to craft something to represent what you would use to take Hogwarts to the Tri-Wizard Tournament. After all, it's not always at Hogwarts, and we have to get to the other schools somehow. So they were saying how, you have the horses for Bobaton, and Durmstrang goes on the ship. So what would Hogwarts use?
The train.
I suppose so.
That's what I think. Or they would apparate.
I would think so too, because Hogwarts is a giant school. Though I'm sure the other ones are too, because they only selected a few students.
Right, because in the book they only brought like a selection of like 20 kids. Right. In the movie they only brought like 5.
Right. So anyways, yeah, I would think the train.
I would think it would be the train, but it could be something else, and you can make it up whatever you want.
It should be fun. So yeah, I don't know if I would do anything for that. Personally, me now.
Right. But it's kind of fun to think about too.
It is.
So that would be perfect for like a bag of any sort that you're like, if you're making a felted bag, and make it like extendable, like Hermione. Or you could like make up like anything and just create a spell.
You could.
The room of requirement would just get you there. Okay. Herbology. Fanged geraniums. Craft an item to help you take care of the plants, or craft an item to protect you from a vicious plant, be it with teeth, spikes, prickles, or whippy branches. So you're protecting yourself from the friendly plants.
Whippy branches. Cool. That could be anything from mittens or gloves.
I might just turn in the baby mittens there.
There you go.
Because that's really easy.
Yeah.
Okay. So sorry that it took us 3 weeks to get you your planning podcast.
Yeah, you probably don't care about it anymore.
Right. Well, if they're starting to turn in, they probably do.
True. It's a nice little refresher.
So let's move on to our regularly scheduled podcast.
Yep.
Do you have any mojo?
I do. I finished my typhoon shawl.
Ooh.
Which is my order mission, which I need to turn in today. When we're done, I'll do that.
Oh, I like it.
So this thing is huge. It's longer, like it's longer than my wingspan.
That's cool.
Okay. Awesome pattern. Lots of short rows, but they weren't bad. Like, they were good. I really, really liked it. You use a ball, they're both sock yarn, or they should be sock yarn. Use a ball of, a solid, and then a self-striping for the stripes. I bought yarn, the self-striping yarn from Nomadic Yarns, and I did not check on Etsy. I did not check to see if it was sock yarn or not. I think I just assumed all her yarn was sock yarn. So after I started knitting,
you know what assuming does.
Yes.
According to our spelling teacher.
It's DK weight. So it was only 320 yards or something instead of the 400 that the pattern calls for.
Okay, so that thing would have been ginormous.
No, it is. So I ran out.
Sock yarn.
You can see where I ran out here.
Oh, yeah.
And I did this last bit in just the green. Well, doing that with the green made me run out of the green yarn.
It's never ending.
So I just took a color. It doesn't match the blue. Here, let me find it where it's close. It doesn't match the blue completely. That and the stuff that I bound off with.
Oh, I would never have known that.
Because you're supposed to bind off with the stripy yarn. But I didn't.
Oh, okay. I would have never known it didn't match.
It's missing 2 rows, so like 1 garter stitch bump before the bind off.
Wow.
But I mean, I used 2 full entire skeins of yarn of sock yarn and DK weight. But anyways, I really like it. It's fun. Let me put it on here. But it's comfy, it's big. I like how big it is, so it doesn't. Sometimes shawls or scarves or whatever are a little small and like they fall off you if you wrap them around and don't have a shawl pin to put on. So this one's nice and big. It has nice long tails. I really like it, and it's all garter stitch. And I have a love for garter stitch. It's so squishy. I love it. Anyway, so if you're thinking of making this, it's Typhoon by Josh Reichs. Sort of a Knitter is his Ravelry and Instagram name. But yeah, I love it. I need to take pictures though so I can turn it in.
Yeah, because today's the last day.
I know. I need to do that today. Anyways, so that's all the mojo. Actually, I don't think I talked about this last time. I think I had it in my works in progress. I made some booties for Jude.
No, you did, because he was, or maybe I just saw it on Instagram. His crying baby face.
Yes.
He was like, I do not like these.
No, he didn't. But super cute. And I used worsted weight instead of sock yarn.
Dude, you are like totally bad at this.
No, I did that on purpose, so they're big.
Oh, okay.
Because they're called the Stay On Baby Booties, and they're supposed to be for little babies, but he's like 6 months old, so I wanted them to be bigger. So you bigger yarn and bigger needles, and voila, they're bigger.
Well, I have this baby booty pattern that I was gonna make for him, but you made those, so I'm not going to do that.
I made them because
they were like buttons. They look like a boot. They're cute.
He came to like Gabe's football game last month, and like his little pants kept hiking up. I was like, he needs something over his little legs. So I made them. And
not that Lauren can't knit.
No, I was like, you mind? She's like, no, I don't care. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, so I don't know what I'm gonna give him for a baby gift that he should have gotten 5 or 6 months ago.
Right. You remember Chloe, and you gave her that blanket 2 years after she was born?
And I think it's falling apart now, which is like so sad.
I know. I need to.
I don't know what I did with the middle of made it like that. I'm just a bad knitter / crocheter.
All right. So whips.
I have whips. I have those baby mittens. But guess what? They're in the car because we took Bella to guitar lessons yesterday and let Madison drive. And my bag was in the back because I let Andy sit up front with her, and like I was knitting, so I was not knitting, and I was just holding onto the bar. She just drove around in a parking lot. We didn't actually let her drive to her guitar lessons because she's not that good at it yet. So anyways, they're in the car, and the car is with Andy at work. So I do not have them. But I also actually started, and I'm still working on that stocking. It's in the other room though, so I didn't bring it. But I finally started the Bitterroot, which would have been my order mission had I remembered to propose one. So I started it. And it is, it calls for, and that's a Nitty pattern by Rami Hill. I'm doing the Shawlette pattern. It calls for something. I forget what, because I just printed out the pattern and I don't have like the blobbies that it talks about. So she actually bought this yarn. Okay, story. I feel really bad. She bought this yarn at Ocean City Fiber Fest last year and asked me to knit her this shawl. And then last Friday, maybe Thursday, she messaged me and was like, is that done? Because I could use it as a Christmas gift if it's done. And I was like, no, it's not even close to being done. I'm like, but I could try to get it done for you for Christmas. I mean, I might be able to get it done. And she's like, oh, no worries. As long as I have it in January is fine. So I was like, okay. But so she had picked out Fairy Tale Knits. Gingerbread Girl is the colorway. This is her Hippogriff Pride, which is superwash merino, 410 yards. And I think the pattern calls for a little bit more yardage, but I figured I'm just going to, and I think it doesn't call for I think it calls for like lace weight, and this is fingering. So I'm just doing the Shawlette pattern, and I think I'm going to cut out one of the repeats and just go with it, because I was reading other people who've made it and it looks, but can I just say, like, I know we've knit with Dawn's yarn before. Like, I used worsted weight and it was great, but this is so awesome to work with. It's like so nice and squishy and soft, and it's so pretty, the colors. Like, I think it's kind of washed out here, but it's so pretty. It's just wonderful. But yeah, so I started that, and I've been working on that, and I actually like that I have this because I have it as my take around project, so I don't have to knit on an old pair of socks. I get to knit on something new because I'm bored with all the socks that I'm knitting. But I mean, I don't think I'm going to finish this by the end of November, but whatever. I'll turn it in for partial points.
Yeah.
Because it's a good thing, but that's all that I'm knitting on.
Okay. So spinning. No, I have a whip. I didn't write it down yet. I'm sitting here working on it. I started a baby blanket last night.
Okay, so who's the baby blanket for?
Dawn's new baby.
Oh.
Sorry.
I forgot. I need to make 2 baby gifts.
I've been actually just wanting to crochet and make a blanket. I missed all the blankets that I made because they're mindless. I really like I can do technical and difficult, but I kind of just like mindless knitting and mindless crocheting. Like, I like to just do it. So I was missing the blankets. So I was planning on going to the store and buying some yarn and making a cool baby blanket. But then I was like, you know what? I'm going to dig through my stash and see what I have. So I found these colors, which is 2 different blues. One looks more gray on the screen here, but it's like a blue, a grayish blue, and black and orange, which I figured they're kind of like Bronco-ish colors, and they are all about the Broncos. So I thought that would make a cute baby blanket. I'm doing the granny stripe blanket again. It's not too big or anything. I'm just gonna do it and then maybe put a border around it.
That's cool though.
Yeah.
I forgot. I need to make her something.
But I mean, crocheting goes so fast. I like seriously did this all last night. Good stuff.
I just
so yeah. And then I'm gonna be going to a movie tonight.
I am mad.
The Mockingjay Part 2 comes out, and I'm going to a double feature, which I'm really irritated. They aren't doing a full marathon, like all 4 movies. Because last time they did the first 3, or the first 2, and then, the third one, which is new, and now they're doing, the last movie. I'm like, why aren't you doing a full marathon for the last movie? That's so stupid.
Because they don't want to be there for 8 hours.
Hey, it doesn't matter. They get money for it.
I was going to see if you wanted to go with me when I'm there next week.
Yes.
I was hoping that you didn't have any friends to go with you, so you would want to go with me.
I'll still go.
Okay.
Actually, my friend Tony can't make it today because she has school, so she wants to go again, or go later.
But Andy wants to see it too, because remember, he read the books as well.
Yeah, okay. Well, then maybe you can just go with him.
I guess so.
It doesn't matter. I mean, I can go too. Anyway, so I'm working on this, and that's it. Spinning.
I am still working on all the spinning that I've been working on that would be detention stuff, so that's why I'm not really working on it. That's all. I went to Crafters, like, we haven't talked for like 3 weeks on here, so I have like, went to Crafters Retreat. She froze. Oh no. This is one of those problems. Oh, okay. You're back. The recording? Okay, we're back. I froze. Oh, there we go. Crafters Retreat. I went to Crafters Retreat at the beginning of the month, and I had a list of projects that I wanted to do. Most of them was sewing, but then I just brought a bunch of spinning because I figured, hey, spinning is fun. This is Cloud Lover fiber. I forget what the colorway is called. Nothing too awesome or anything. But it's 2 braids of it, so it's 8 ounces. And it turned into 577 yards. Wow. Of a 2-ply.
And I just kind of spun it up quick and didn't really, pay attention to it. I just spun it. It was fun. Actually, one braid I spun as is, and the other I split into narrow strips. So it's kind of fractal spun, but it was basically all green and a little bit of yellows and a tiny bit of blue. But I was thinking I want to make a big squishy shawl, like nothing fancy. Just actually, I made one before, the Mara shawl.
Yeah.
I was thinking that would look really good with this. It's basically just a triangle shawl with like 2 to 3 inches of ribbing on the edge.
Yeah.
And I thought that would be a fun thing to do. So that's that. And I think I'm going to turn that in for Quidditch. Yeah. Then I spun up. Actually, I spun this one first. This is called Starry Night, and it's from Nerd Girl Yarns. You can totally see all the sparkles going on in there. This is like the most sparkly fiber I've ever spun, ever.
Was it Angelina or Firestar in it?
No, I don't have the tag down here. It wasn't either. It was some like metallic poly or something.
Oh, that's cool.
But like it was just throughout the whole thing, and it's so sparkly. So it was dyed gradient-ish, but it had 2 thin strips together. So like it went from yellow to the blue. But I took the 2 thin strips. I didn't have to break them apart because it's already separate, but spun them end to end, and then I Navajo applied it. So I'm thinking I could make like fingerless mitts.
Yeah,
and
that would be cool.
go gradients. Anyway, and did I say Navajo applied it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got 260 out of 4 ounces.
Cool.
For Navajo. But I love it, and it's super soft. I forget what it was. I think it was like 60% merino, 20% silk, or maybe 65. I don't know. Whatever. Mostly merino and a bunch of silk, so it's super soft too. And then the sparklies.
Yeah, and the silk will make that like spin.
Yeah, it's
finer.
Fine. And it was like spun like butter. It was really yummy. I've been waiting to spin that skein. I think I got it in a fiber club or something.
Her fiber clubs are fun, and I like her nerdy names. Mm-hmm. Most of the time, I like the names, and I mean, I like the fiber, but I really like the names too. And then her fiber also, like the colors, really like. You held that up. I was thinking, oh, that looks like Starry Night, and you said, oh, it's Starry Night. Like it looks like.
Yeah, she's pretty. Like she's pretty. Yeah. Yeah. So that's all I'm spinning. I haven't started anything new. I've been kind of like not burnt out, but I haven't been spinning.
I have not been burnt out. I just haven't had time.
Maybe that's my problem too. No time. So yeah.
Sewing. So I showed you already my bags that I've sewed. I've also been doing some special orders, and I've been sewing more of these traveler's notebooks. And I started making a new size. This one's an A5, so it's like super big. Nice. Like that's the A5, and this is the regular size.
Okay.
So see the difference?
That's just like mine.
Oh, actually, this is a regular wide, so it's wider than the regular ones. So let me see. This one is the regular size. So see, it's like about.
I would almost like the wide because the more things you put in, the shorter it gets.
Yeah. So I did that, and then I have some other ones, which this one is going to be a scratch and dent unless you think Joe will like it. I could give it to Joe.
He might.
Or, you know,
that's pretty awesome.
Blood inside. So
that's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm having like, like I have, when you first start doing something, you have more mess ups than you want. So I have a couple of scratch and dents. But yeah, so I have these, and then this is like the personal size. Like everyone wanted personal size, so I figured it out. So this is like the passport size, which is smaller. I think that's what I gave your kids.
Yeah.
And then that is the field note size or moleskin size, and then that's the personal size.
Okay.
So see how it's a little bit bigger, and then regular,
Okay.
and then the regular wide, and then the A5. So, but I am getting ready for, I have a local show, like a Christmas thing up at the country club. It's just like a Christmas luncheon, and I think I'm going to focus more on the notebooks. And I got some like stickers to make paperclip like bookmarks. Not stickers. This is like a charm sticker. I guess it's kind of a sticker, but I'm going to put like felt on the back in between the bookmark. You know how you see for like those paper clips with the thing sticking up? I'm going to do like make a few things, small things like that.
That's cool.
And I have like a lot of paper scraps. So I was going to make some of these type of things because I have this, I don't know where it is. Oh, here it is. I got this glue stick, and it's a repositional glue stick, so you can put it on, but then you can move it too. So I figured I could use my paper scraps to make like little Post-its kind of thing, and just like put them on, and then just make like a little package with like a few Post-its and a paperclip bookmark, just so people, and I'm going to make some coffee sleeves, like stuff that knitters use, but more everyone uses too, because the last time I went, they kind of like weren't really sure
what to do with project bag.
Right. So I've also made some behind my computer, I have it, fabric baskets too, which a lot of people use. So stuff like that. I think I'm going to focus more on that kind of thing right now for this, because that's coming up in a couple of weeks. So I've been thinking that way. Like I was just making some pen clips.
Mm-hmm.
And I was having problems getting them to glue to my these alligator clips. So like to stay glued. So I'm trying it. I put some some of these tape on it, washi tapes, and I'm seeing if that helps it stick better, if that makes sense.
When I made mine, I used my E6000 or E600 what is it? Not glue.
That glue thing like this?
No, it's like a tube. It's oh my goodness, it's not called glue. It's
because I use this.
Because that pops right off. It's
yeah, that's what I found.
I can't think of what it's called. Epoxy?
Oh, okay. I don't have any epoxy.
It's in a tube. You can get it at Walmart, even a couple bucks. I've glued because it can glue glass or plastic or whatever. That's what I've fixed like some spindles with sometimes. But anyways, that's what I used on mine.
I might have to try that. Like I was just trying those on my personal ones that I use all the time, and actually it seems to be sticking really good.
That's good. I need to make some. The kids want some.
So
I made one for me. But, anyways, okay. So I sewed up at Crafters Retreat, and I made a ton of coffee sleeves. I'm going to be using them for teacher gifts this year.
Okay.
And I just used a bunch of scraps that I had or had been given. I
like that green one. Go back to that.
This one?
Yeah.
I have also made them so they can be reversible.
Ooh, I like that one too.
And I put a button, on each side.
Cool.
And then I took hair elastics and zigzagged them in the middle and then cut them in half. So like each hair elastic did two coffee cozies. But yeah, so they're reversible. And then I'm going to take a piece of like cardstock and make like, a cutout coffee cup thing and put it on there and let the kids decorate those and just say Merry Christmas from whoever, so it'll be like this with the cardboard.
Yeah.
And I think that'll be cute. I posted this on Instagram a little bit and people are like, oh, do you have a pattern? And really, I just traced a Starbucks sleeve and kind of messed around. These, I don't know if I showed you guys these with last week.
You were talking about, you made one, I think.
And I made these ones and then I just made a bunch. But I had them all pre-cut out, so like I was like a little factory assembly line thing going on. I really like this one.
That's cool. How many did you have to make? How many teachers do you have?
I made extra just because I was cutting it out and I had some scrap fabric and I just did it. And then I put like either felt or I had some fleece in the middle, to protect you from heat. But I made 20 altogether.
That's cool.
But I figure, the kids can hand them out to who they want. I can give them to some of my neighbors.
And that's protective, so you can totally use it for a class.
Ooh, does that, if they accept sewing?
The blast-ended screw one does.
Yeah. So, okay, so that's my stack. I did those. And then the other big project I did was I made Christmas pajamas.
Did you find a better pattern for the pants that you were talking about?
I looked online a little bit. I pre-cut out all the stuff before I went. So I spent the day before cutting, which I like sewing, but cutting stuff out and measuring is like my least favorite thing to do. So that's why I only sew sometimes.
See, ironing is my least favorite thing.
Oh, I didn't even iron. But that's why, I just do it for fun. Anyways, so I took the kids' pajamas that they had and just traced them.
Smart.
That's the pattern I used. So this is the girl color.
Is that flannel?
Yep, it's flannel. And yeah, just basic pajama pants. And then for the girls, I got red shirts and I cut out and did some, what's it called? Not embroidery.
Applique?
Applique, yeah. So I made my own little pattern. So I did a mitten, and a hat.
Oh, that's cute.
For the girls, and then the boys. Just gonna make a mess. The boys, I did their colors. This I did a tree for one, and a star.
I should kind of do that. Where did you got the t-shirts? Just at Walmart?
Actually at Target. They had them on sale, and then you saw the boys stuff, but that's their stuff.
Pretty cool.
And then I made some for Joe. Like just so. Let me turn that off. I made some for Joe and I too. We each got the same color of stuff, but I made coffee cups for ours.
Oh, that's cool.
I thought they were fun. Here's Joe. Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, that was my main project, and I totally just made it like I'm crashing down. Anyway.
Those are cool sewing. Okay. Next up is binging.
I have not really been binging much at all. Though our DVR has a ton of stuff. It's almost getting full. I need to start watching shows like mad. I've just been busy doing stuff. I don't even know what.
I actually haven't been binging too much, though this morning when I was rearranging, I was binging on a Harry Potter musical senior year.
I have not seen that one, I don't think.
I haven't either, and it's pretty funny. It's like basically the second year with Lockhart and everything. It's pretty funny. And then I was watching iZombie like once in a while, and then Gilmore Girls like once in a while. And I finished the 10th season of Supernatural. Did I tell you that last time?
No, but I started Supernatural. I'm in the middle of the first season.
Yeah, it gets crazier. And then so I finished the 10th season, but it's not in time to start. I guess I could try to catch up with this season that's going on now, but I don't know. I can't even remember. Like, I started watching Heroes Reborn, and luckily they put it on their website, and I can't even remember when that's on. Like, I don't do the whole like on TV thing.
Yeah.
The only thing like I watch regularly every week is like The Walking Dead and Doctor Who. But even that I sometimes forget.
It's hard.
So anyways.
Yeah, we've been watching The Walking Dead as well. And I did finish Heroes. I don't know if I talked about that last time.
Yeah, I think you did.
Season.
Or you were working on it.
Yeah, I finished that. And then I started Supernatural. And then I was sick, and then I went away, and then like it just kind of made crazy.
I've been reading a lot more though. Like audiobook reading. So not really reading, but audiobook reading. I finished The Secret on Ararat, which was the second book to that Babylon Rising series I was reading. I read this quick book called Prince of Wolves. It was interesting. And then I read The Lost World, Jurassic Park, and it's like 300 times better than the movie. It was so good. Like, even the book Jurassic Park was better than the movie. It was good too. They were both really good. And then I read The Crocodile on the Sandbank, which is an Amelia Peabody mystery set in like the 1800s. She's like this like totally like ahead of her time woman. And you know, it was good. It was like a little mystery type thing. It was cute. So that was good. And then I'm not really reading anything right now, but that's because I had a show and I haven't really done much since. But like organize and paperwork, which you can't really read and stuff when you're doing paperwork. So yeah. Oh, but I did start watching this show called Zoo. It just came on Netflix.
I didn't see it, but I saw it.
Yeah. So I watched the first one, and it's pretty interesting. And then I watched the second one, and it is still pretty interesting. So it was pretty interesting. Like, the animals are like evil, basically, like real animals. They're killing people. And then like the dogs are pretending to be like friendly, but then they kill people in the back alleys. I'm not even kidding. Like, that's how the thing is. So, so like when your cat stares at you, that show, don't watch that show.
I was going to say, Tallulah loves me for like 5 minutes a day. She'll come and like purr and be all like lovey and stuff, and then like when she's had enough, and she walks away.
That's a typical cat for you.
It makes me sad though. I wish she was more cuddly. But whatever. So yeah.
Randomness. Catch us up if you can.
Yes, so I went to the crafters retreat and got a ton of stuff done. I did the sewing and the spinning, and I knit some. I did a lot of my order mission. It was just fun to get away. It was nice, and I brought Fauna with me at the last minute, like the day before. My friend.
That's cool.
Yeah, because she was a temp worker at a job and like just got not hired, so fired.
That sucks.
So I was like, you should come. And she's like, I could. I'm like, when else would you not have a job that you don't have to take off for?
Yeah.
It was very last minute, but it was fun. And that was her first time up at camp, so it was fun.
That is cool.
But basically I've just been trying to like catch up with the house and like cleaning and stuff, and we kind of cleaned the basement, and I want to get rid of a couple more toys, and I don't know, just get ready for stuff. And everyone's coming for, or not everyone, but people are coming for Thanksgiving, so I'm just trying to do stuff.
Everyone who matters is coming. Yeah. I'm just kidding, because if Dawn watches this, I'm totally kidding. But not really.
You're funny. No, but it'll be fun, and I'm excited. But yeah, I mean, the house, you know, sometimes the house just gets away from you. So I've been just trying to like get back at that and do laundry and all that kind of fun stuff.
Yeah.
So kind of boring, but yeah.
It's life for you.
Yeah. Yep. And you, what have you been up to?
So, I had a show last weekend, the Indie Knit and Spin, which is a lot of fun. It's like in Pittsburgh, and it's in like an old schoolhouse, and it was so much fun. A lot of people was like, "Oh, I got this bag last year, and I love it. It goes with me everywhere." Blah blah blah, not blah blah blah, but like they, you know. And I'm always like, "Oh my gosh, that's awesome!" Because I love hearing that people are actually using the bags, and then that they like them so much that it goes with them everywhere and it protects their stuff. And, you know, so I love hearing that. So it was a lot of fun. And they have a give and take table where you can take stuff that you don't want and just leave it. And you can take stuff that you want from it. Anyways, so I got this book.
That's super cute.
Yeah, so maybe I'll make something for Jude in here.
Well, you should.
Because they're robots, and they're crowbots, because it's crocheted. And it's like, there's like super cute patterns in here. Though I probably wouldn't use all the metal on it if I'm giving it to a kid.
Yeah.
But like, let me see if I can find one that I really like. I kind of really like this one. So it could be adjusted. Like I could like fix this part and this part so it's not metal.
Yeah.
You know, or even just make the one that's on the front. And then they have like some different like robots. Like, let me see. Like this one's like one of those dolls, but it's a robot, which is interesting. Like it was just, you know, I was like, it's free, I'll try it.
It's cute.
So, you know, it was fun. But yeah, I always love having indie knits. But I love all the events I go to. I just like talking with your people, kind of like, you know, like, because most of the time people see me knitting and they're like, oh, what are you making? Or, you know, and it's, they don't get it. And so like, being around people who get it is kind of fun.
Yes.
Not kind of, it's totally fun. So that's what I did. Bella has been saving her birthday money and any other money because she really wanted to get an electric guitar. So we went the other day and what was that, Tuesday? No, Monday. It was Monday, and she got an electric guitar. She's so excited about it, and it was used. It wasn't like brand new.
Right.
And she got it, and she's all excited about it and everything. So I also since we last talked, I was talking about getting my Reducio ready. Did I show you what I sent?
No, because you hadn't prepared at all, so you had
Oh,
nothing.
okay.
I
So let
think.
me see if I can find the pictures because I sent a totally awesome rockin' gift and she already got it. So my partner was the person I had was mom of Peg.
Oh, fun.
Uh, so it was kind of fun, but I just had a total amount of fun. If I can find the pictures, that would be great. Making the stuff for her, and I can't find the pictures. And so I just I made a mini, oh, which I need to figure out where to turn that in. I made a mini, and on the first 2 days of the month, I made a mini pygmy puff. I used the hamster beans
Okay.
pattern and I used fun fur yarn, and it was like this fuzzy little ball of fuzz. And so I made because for the Reducer you have to make a sock and something else that goes with the theme, and the theme was Weasley Wizard Wheezes. Oh, here's the pictures. So this is what I made. So here's the pygmy puff. I don't know if you can see that.
Glaring a little bit. There you go.
Yeah, let me see.
It's better.
Anyways, so then I also got a bunch of fun little stuff, like that's like a magic kit. And then I found some Birdie Bots Every Flavor beans, and I got some Tic Tacs, and then I had some truffles, those dark truffles, and then I got some antibacterial stuff. And then I went online and you can find all kinds of product labels that people have made. So I printed out a bunch, and the magic, I made it like the Muggle magic that the Weasley twins have in their thing. And then the Pooh was the Tic Tacs. And then I did the Wanda Witch thing for the hand sanitizer. And it at the bottom of that picture, oh, here's another picture. So then this picture is showing I found some wax mustache.
Yeah.
And then suckers. And then I have some beads in there. So I put the beads as Peruvian instant darkness powder. And then I found this magical mustache thing that the Weasley twins would have made. And then I put the fizzing Whizbees on the suckers. So that was cool. Then I went like psycho with this thing. So then you see those two pictures. I made some buttons like Wizard Weasley Wheezes employee button, and some other buttons that I just printed out or cut out. The Handmade is Love I cut out of my Knit Picks catalog because they send it to me and I just usually end up throwing it away, so I cut out some stuff. Yeah. And then if you see here, I made her a mini Fab Dory. Aww. And then I made 2 Quibbler notebooks. The out thing was Quibbler. It was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
So that was what I sent her. It was a lot of fun.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. So then I got my package from Girly with a Twist, and she made me a Slytherin stocking, and I think it's big enough. I think I'm gonna use it as an ornament on my tree this year because it's really cool. And she sent some chocolate and some good stuff, and the extendable ear, but it's like a bookmark. It's pretty cool. Yeah, which I have it all over the house, so I don't have it to show you. But yeah, it was really cool.
Very fun.
I like the Reducio because it's make it and only spend at the most $10. So you can just make a lot of stuff that you have around to make it a lot of fun. I mean, you could tell I had stuff, from the Dollar Tree, $1. So it was fun. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with that. And then this weekend I have a vendor event local here for Jamberry. So I spent the past while, the past couple of weeks. Like first I ordered a bunch. Like I don't know if you do those Coke rewards, but you get all those points and then you can never use them for anything cool. Well, they didn't have anything I wanted. So they had like you could use 50 points and get 100 prints or whatever from Shutterfly. So I went and I had them print. This is from Jamberry, but I had them print, like I made a lookbook.
Oh, that's fun.
It's like super heavy. But so I had them print out these pictures. So it's like you see the wrap and then you get to see it on hands too, because not always do you get to see that
That's a
if
smart
you're
idea.
in person. Well, there's a lady who went through and did it all. But like getting it all, it was like 550 prints and then putting it all in here, which is like a scrapbook thing, which I'm not a scrapbooker, so I have no experience with these scrapbook things. So
Yeah.
like I got it organized and put it all together, and I've been working on that. So I hope it goes well. It's on Saturday. I'm kind of nervous. So
That's cool.
you know, it's just one of those things. So yeah, but trying to think of what else. So yeah, I'm wearing my I signed up a couple of months ago for Periscope, but I never did anything. I'm at Starnets on Periscope. It's a thing that Twitter does, and you video. It's like a short video that people can like tune in and watch, kind of like a podcast, but it's live. So I signed up for it and I Periscoped the bags that I made for IKS.
Okay.
Or Indian Spin, like the Christmas ones. And then before that, I Periscoped getting my style box. And so I'm wearing this one is for this month, one of this month's, which I did feminine. It's kind of hard to see. And then the green is last month's, which is a luster one, which is the matte sparkle. I love it so much.
Very cool.
So yeah, and I'm not normally a gold person, but I really like this.
I'm not even. Look what I'm wearing. The I forget what they are.
The Marsala Palace.
Yeah, it has little elephants on it.
Yeah, that's totally cool. So yeah, so I like Periscope. So I kind of think it's fun to Periscope. So if anyone knows what else I should video, let me know and I'll totally video. And follow me. I'm at Starnets on Periscope.
So it's a whole new app that you have to have?
Yeah, it's through Twitter, and it's just you download it, and it's kind of fun. And you can watch other people's, like I've watched Annika Hamby when she does like different things that she talks about, and it's always fun.
Cool. I had not heard about it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's not hip.
But anyways, that's it.
All right. I think we're done then.
Yeah. Is it under an hour? Hopefully this works, because I will be upset if it doesn't.
Yeah. All right.
All right. We'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.